Hello everyone, let's look at the hard work it takes to become a master spellcaster in The Sims 4. Realm of Magic comes with 2 new aspirations, Spellcraft and Sorcery, and Purveyor of Potions, and they have very nice rewards for playing a caster. I'm a little sick, but I'll do my best today. Let's hop right in and I'll teach you everything you need to know to become a true master of The Sims. In order to do what I'm trying to do, you need to be a spellcaster, so I've already done that to save some time. I've also skipped building, because who needs a house when you've got magic? Rank 1 is trivial in difficulty. I head to the magic realm, get the hobo fisherman to give me powers to see motes. I collect them real quick, and I'm a wizard, and we are well on our way. You will see wonders on this incredible journey. I head to the magic shops first. I skip the Potion of Plentiful Needs spellbook I see because I wouldn't want to cheat. But I do grab a wand and broom. I buy a familiar, but I won't bind him for now because despite how cute they are, they don't really do much for me at this stage. The shop to sell me ingredients is closed for some odd reason, and I'm thinking it might be a bug because it's usually fine. You would think a ghost would not need to close down his shop, given he doesn't even need to poop. Anyway, broom in hand, I can now quickly get around the magic realm after putting in so much blood, sweat, and tears. As an apprentice wizard, she already knows how to fly, and feels comfortable doing so at great height. We zip right back to the magic barn to experiment at a cauldron with absolutely no guidance whatsoever, then associate a bit with the stinky sage. He looks like he might stink, doesn't he? After I queue up about 12 socials with him, it's like we've known each other for years. He teaches me a potion recipe and a spell because we're great friends. This knocks out the first tier of Spellcraft and Sorcery. I'm sure you all are baffled by my strategies. We can now switch to the other aspiration to make sure we're lining up the 2 equally difficult checklists. We need to own a cauldron, but that can be done later. For now, we want to have 3 potion recipes, and you can see that is why I'm here to help you. So we're still on our first day. We've really done so much and haven't done much to tend to this sim. I experiment at the cauldron and very quickly she is an apprentice spellcaster. This gives me a perk point and helps her failure rates. She experiments until her bladder starts to leak and she's desperate for fun, so I send her to the bathroom. She meets Morgan along the way, and the 2 of them lay on concrete to stare at the sky and bond in this way. At around 20% friendship, he's ready to teach me a potion recipe. I get the Potion of Nausea, which is very helpful to players who take pleasure in the suffering of Sims. She's getting hungry, and we have a broom and a FAA clearance, so I'll go buy some apples now that the shop is finally open. I can zip right over there on my broom and waste absolutely no time. I'd say 30 of them should do the trick. That's enough to make 120 potions of needs. They sell all these other ingredients, but those are for chumps. If you copy my strategy, you'll never even need them. Now, tired from all that loosely defined effort, we can head back to the wizard headquarters to nap on a love seat. I was really hoping we'd already learned some useful potions by now, but each one we knock out makes it more likely a useful one will come up, and there are only a few low-level ones. This is clearly a great life, but things will only get better from here with hard work and perseverance. She snarfs down an apple to give me a little more time to learn a particularly potent potion, but now it's time to take my first perk, and I choose Experimenter. Most options here focus on speeding up leveling, which is exactly what you want at low level. This will give me faster XP when at the cauldron, and man am I going to do a lot of that. Practicing and cauldron are very engaging activities, and they're really all you need. She needs a nap again after a time because napping sucks and there's no option to just sleep on a love seat. Like I said though, who needs a house? I find Morgan reading next to her and ask him for a potion recipe. She gets the potion of plentiful needs and a free sample. This solves all of her problems. This solves all of my problems. Everything is fine because after all this hard work, I can now craft them. This one drink is everything to me, and now my deep strategy is revealed to you players. But I promise the tricks only get better from here on out. I use this potion since I don't yet have the dupe cheat. Thankfully it works and I'm fully topped off and ready to rock. Progress is sure to reach a blistering pace from here on out. Now all we need to do is experiment and we'll get XP at a crazy fast rate. Given I'm not an idiot most of the time and I do the things that make sense in games, I brew some potions of plentiful needs since napping on the couch will make this take forever and there isn't anything fun to do in the magic realm. I realize I have 2 unspent perk points. I can get Insightful Eye to further enhance my research abilities and Discharge so that I don't have to worry about Spellcaster charge like ever. A rank 1 ability that eliminates the only threat I face. Wouldn't want anything to put a reasonable speed limit on my progress here. I start to make her experiment, but I realize I can ask Dumpy for another potion recipe. I am moving up the ranks as a master wizard. I realize I haven't met Faba yet, and I try like 3 times to get the moron to stop going up and down the stairs. My sim gets all bugged out, and this idiot keeps going up and down stairs with routing failures. I finally get this buggy ass situation under control and talk to her. All it takes is a little stargazing, and she's my best bud. Pinky is ready to give me all her secrets. I now have all 3 potion dispensaries set up. Yep, every few hours I can get 3 spells and 3 potion recipes, and I have accelerated XP gains so I never hit a wall. I do a little practicing of practical magic because I want to get the dupe cheat. By focusing on this one branch of magic, I'll be able to get it as soon as it's available. I switch back to the Spellcaster aspiration because I know I can get some easy points that way. Not that I'll need them, but all I need to do is cast a spell on another sim and I'll clear the second of 4 hurdles. This checklist just flies by, doesn't it, guys? So we only need to cast a spell 1 time. Cool. So I pick this guy who looks oddly familiar. The spell backfires. It doesn't touch the target, but it counts as casting a spell on another sim. Now I wander aimlessly on the exact same path I wander every time this happens. Heading back to the barn, I am ready to spend more perk points. Can you believe I'm already at rank 3? Jeez. I take practicality so my practical magic spells will never fail at normal charge, and power shunt, which makes me generate less charge. Eventually, I guess there just isn't even a charge system. Just look at the massive progress using these simple strategies. I have a whopping 10 of the potion recipes and 3 practical magic spells and a mischief spell. Too many P's in this. After Morgan gives me yet another spell and I train with him a bit, my experimentation at the cauldron yields a result. I get the potion of curse cleansing and now I'm truly set. Curses? Psh, I won't have to worry about curses. We've nearly negated both the spellcaster charge and curse systems already, and we don't even have a curse yet. Things are going good. If you remember, one of the requirements for the Purveyor of Potions aspiration needs you to own a cauldron, so I'm off to my house to find a cauldron. It's not in activities. It's not in hobbies. And then I try maybe cooking. Where the hell is this thing? Okay, so I say, screw this. I'll just search. It's in outdoor cooking. Damn. Anyway, placing this gets me to rank 3. As we have seen before, the requirements check off themselves. With the cauldron at home, I feel like there is very little reason to return to the magic realm. There's nothing I can do there that I can't do right here in this spot. I can make potions of needs thanks to my apples. I can practice magic to unlock spells just standing here on my lawn. And do I ever. I practice and practice with my tank topped off again and again. I learned 2 spells, then put in a light just for you people who are still watching this video because this looked like shit, and thanks to my friend for reminding me it matters. We learned like 6 spells during this time. One of them, copy paste though, the duplication spell. Oh yeah. Now I start to think about those 3 duels I need to win to get to the next stage of Spellcraft and Sorcery. The welcome wagon stares on as I become a master spellcaster, then discharge my magical energy. They don't react to anything here, though you'd think it might be a strange sight to them. They take their fruitcake and wander off, upset that I was too busy becoming Gandalf to socialize with them. I don't recall inviting them anyway. I decide I'll need more potions of needs than I have, and I need to brew 5 times to get to the last step of Purveyor of potions. So I go to brew some. It blows up in my face. My god, I actually failed at something that has a meaningful impact on my sim. Well, I could pretend anyway. I whip out my sample potion of curse cleansing, set it on the ground, and the rest is history. I make at least 5 or 6 of them and gulp one down and solve all my problems. I drink to solve problems, and I think weather sims in Realm of Magic might all be alcoholics. I now need to win 3 duels against other spellcasters. I guess if you're here in the magic realm, the game makes you a spellcaster, right? So I go for the ones that look like townies because they must be low level. Things go okay with that strategy, but not all the duels I win count for some damn reason, and I lose some as well. Despite being rank 5, apprentices are whipping my ass at times. Touches the depth of the duel system. I whip out my familiar just in case because dueling generates charge and isn't affected by some of my perks. I figure why not use my extra life. But nothing of importance happens. I have 1 overcharge. Just some soot I need to clean up with a spell. I finally get those last duels won, and this gets me to step 4. Only a tiny bit of XP is needed to become a virtuoso, and learning spells does that for you. I know I'm eligible for all the potion recipes and spells that remain, so I hit up the magic dispensaries and ask them all for the ultimate spell. No big deal, eh? They just hand it over one by one, and my sim hits max rank. I decide to finish all this up by making sure I know every spell. Pinky, who is the master of mischief somehow, is cooking like some pleb when I interrupt her. She gives me the ultimate spell, making me her equal, and I decide to test it on her. She's now strangified and makes my sim puke every time she's nearby. This is actually an annoying spell to use for that reason. If you're not using Spectral Reach, like, really, this is more an inconvenience to me than it is to her. Anyway, what do we get for finishing these 2? Well, Purveyor of Potions gives a Master Mixer, which means your potions won't fail when you use them on yourself. Describing how all this works is pointless, but it's better than the boost provided by drinking an outstanding quality potion, so it's a great boost. Slinger of Spells drops charge gains by spells by 30% and works with all the other charge reducing perks, so it's quite powerful, and with discharge will mean that you never really worry. You have to be extremely negligent to die. I know that my sarcastic tone throughout this will grate on a few people. You will ask me why I did things this way if it annoys me or something. That this is possible makes me use it because that's how you play games. You play to have fun, but you're often going to take the best route to getting there. Choosing to limit yourself is a challenge, and people do that. This experience here could be a mirror of many other people's when they start up Realm of Magic for the first time. I managed to do this with only 1 hour and 15 minutes of footage, and I was recording the entire time. All in all, I'd like to see Sim's team not make Aspirations tutorials, but rather like the rest of the Aspirations. We're often getting new content without new Aspirations, so to have them wasted like this is kind of annoying. For most of these steps, they were already checked off, just switching back and forth. This sort of feels like a Jerry Springer final thought moment, but anyway, that's the walkthrough to getting these Aspirations done. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice week.